Looking from the air, we can see the rice fields in a wonderful green color. At first glance, this is a peaceful rural scene. But if you look closely, in the middle of the rice fields, there are flocks of ducks busy foraging. Normally, ducks are raised around rivers or ponds, but now they are living in rice fields. Is this a new form of farming? Let's find out in this video. China is one of the oldest civilizations in the world, with a rich and diverse agriculture. In particular, the model of livestock farming combined with rice farming is a sustainable agricultural method and helps optimize resources and improve productivity. In addition to combining rice farming and crab farming with fish farming, some areas are also famous for raising ducks in rice fields to increase productivity. So, how is duck farming in rice fields practiced in China? Rice duck farming involves releasing ducks into rice fields, where they coexist symbiotically with the rice plants. The ducks eat insects, weeds, and leftover grains, while their droppings act as natural fertilizer for the rice plants. It has been practiced for centuries in China, most notably in Heilongjiang and some provinces in northern and southern China. Tonghe County, Heilongjiang Province is the most developed area for duck farming combined with rice cultivation. The area has 1.6 million mu of ecological rice fields, in addition to fish rice, crab rice, shrimp rice, and other farming and livestock models. There are also about 10,000 mu of rice fields combined with organic duck farming. Flocks of ducks grazing on the rice fields have become a force to protect the fields and contribute to the production of organic rice. To create a favorable environment for ducks in rice fields, farmers need to build small dikes and canals to confine the ducks and control the water level. The fields are also checked to ensure that there are no toxic chemicals before releasing the ducks. Not all duck breeds can be grazed in the fields. Fishermen often choose local duck breeds because of their adaptability and productivity. They usually release 150 to 200 ducks per hectare. Ducks are not released immediately after transplanting, but about 2 weeks after transplanting rice to avoid damaging the seedlings. Usually, ducks are allowed to move in the fields during the day and are herded to shelters at night. After the rice is ripe, it will be harvested, and the ducks, which have a longer growing period, will continue to be released in the field after the rice is harvested. Because after the rice is harvested, there will be many grains scattered on the field, becoming a source of food for the ducks. This form of integrated farming brings optimal efficiency to both rice fields and ducks. Thousands of acres of rice fields are cultivated using organic and ecological methods. Pest control and weeding are mainly done by ducks without using chemicals or herbicides. The fields use organic fertilizers, which not only improve the quality of rice, but also help protect the soil. Many people believe that raising ducks in rice fields will reduce productivity because they will eat the rice. However, if raised properly, ducks will not eat rice leaves, and their bodies during the adult stage will not crush or knock over the young and fragile rice plants. During the process of ducks growing and the rice grains starting to ripen, ducks will eat the rice grains, so farmers usually do not release ducks into rice fields at this time. The problem of weeds is no longer a challenge for farmers, because when the rice plants grow strongly, weeds will have difficulty growing. Ducks produced using the duck rice method provide excellent quality meat and eggs. Often promoted as organic, they are sold at a higher price than intensive farming operations. Each crop, Chinese farmers sell higher quality duck eggs, duck meat, and rice, and their profits increase. Farmers also save money on pesticides or herbicides, thereby reducing production costs and increasing profits. This contributes to protecting the environment and ecosystem, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This farming method also creates a rich habitat for other aquatic organisms, contributing to local biodiversity. Ducks mainly play the role of water conduction, weeding, insect catching, and fertilizing. So Chinese farmers often say that ducks are the real guardians of rice fields. Not only in China, the model of raising ducks combined with rice fields is also popular in Southeast Asia, such as Vietnam and Thailand. We have just discovered how Chinese farmers combine duck and rice farming models. How do you feel? Leave your comments below to let us know. Chicken has long been considered the most popular food source for humans because of its low cost and ease of preparation, especially for areas like India and Pakistan where food sources are limited due to religious reasons. Chicken is the main source of protein and is widely used. Today, let us explore the role of the chicken industry in Pakistan. In Pakistan, pork is not consumed due to religious beliefs, as the majority of the population is Muslim. With the religious ban on pork, chicken is the main alternative for millions of Pakistanis. Chicken is versatile, affordable, and widely accepted across all communities, making it a staple food in both rural and urban households. The poultry industry in Pakistan is extensive, ranging from small family farms to large-scale commercial operations. There are an estimated 15,000 poultry farms across the country, with capacities ranging from 5,000 to 500,000 broilers. Pakistan's poultry industry produces 1.2 million tons of chicken meat each year. Like many other regions, the poultry industry in Pakistan is also developed in two ways, namely closed farming and free range. Free-range chicken farms are commonly found in rural areas. Free-range chickens are fed a diet of grass, seeds, insects, and grains, resulting in leaner meat with a richer flavor than commercial chickens. Free-range chickens also produce tastier eggs that command higher prices than commercial chickens. On large-scale poultry farms, chickens are typically raised in controlled environments with feeding and disease prevention programs to ensure high productivity. These farms operate under both traditional and modern systems, with commercial farms using advanced technologies such as automatic feeders, temperature-controlled housing, and selective breeding programs to ensure production. On these farms, chickens are typically raised for meat production, and when mature, they are transported to processing plants. Processing plants use modern technology to transform live chickens into consumer products that are widely distributed throughout Pakistan. These plants are equipped with machinery that automates the slaughtering, plucking, and cutting processes, ensuring hygiene and efficiency. Many plants are equipped with advanced technology, including freezing and packaging equipment, which helps extend shelf life. One of the most distinctive features of the chicken processing plant in Pakistan is that it follows Islamic practices, ensuring that the chickens are slaughtered according to Halal requirements. This includes reciting the prayer before cutting the jugular vein by hand or by machine, which is an important part of Halal certification. After slaughter, thousands of chickens on automatic lines will be transported through stages such as feather removal, organ processing, and cleaning. The final product is packaged in fresh or frozen form. Frozen preserve meat for long shelf life, especially for export. The poultry processing industry in Pakistan also meets the requirements of hygiene standards to ensure food safety and hygiene. The Pakistan Poultry Association works to monitor and support the industry, ensuring compliance with the standards, national and international standards. However, many challenges remain in disease management and access to high-quality feed. In addition to meeting domestic consumption needs, Pakistan is also developing the poultry export market, especially for food safety certified chicken products. The combination of domestic consumption and export opportunities, this import makes poultry an important part of Pakistan's agricultural economy. The importance of chicken processing plants in Pakistan goes beyond food production. They also contribute to rural employment and support the economy by creating jobs in the agriculture, processing, and distribution sectors. As the demand for affordable food increases, the poultry industry in Pakistan remains a cornerstone of the country's food security strategy. The poultry farming and processing industry also contributes 1.3% to Pakistan's GDP, and is expected to continue to grow in the future as demand for poultry products increases. Advances in farming technology, disease control, and sustainability measures will be critical to the industry's long-term success. In the cultural and religious context, the people of Pakistan cannot develop their economy through livestock farming, so the poultry industry is one of the alternative industries. It not only provides cheap food, but also ensures food security for the country in difficult times. For many people, using honey products is simple and easy, but for farmers who make a living harvesting wild honey, it is a big challenge. To harvest a few kilos of honeybees, they may have to climb trees or cliffs thousands of meters high. In this video, let's explore with us how farmers harvest millions of tons of honey. Honey harvesting is often done in regions such as the Himalayas, Andes, or other mountainous regions. These areas are home to a wide variety of plants and flowers that are favored by bees, resulting in unique honeys with distinct flavors and properties. In Southeast Asia, there are also indigenous people who make a living by harvesting wild honey. But it is not as simple as going into the forest to find beehives. Honey harvesters also have to climb up ancient trees hundreds of meters high to collect liters of wild honey. You see, for those who are afraid of heights, this job is a real torture. Honey harvesters have to climb very high trees, and you can imagine the consequences of an unforgettable fall, right? Of course, this job is only for those who are physically fit enough to do it. Farmers face harsh weather conditions, including cold temperatures, high winds, and thin air, which make climbing and harvesting honey difficult. In addition, steep slopes and rugged terrain add an element of danger, requiring the use of ropes, ladders, and other climbing equipment. Southeast Asia is one of the regions with many forests, mountains, and ancient trees, along with rich vegetation that attracts many types of honeybees to live and develop. In places with higher terrain, honey is often produced by giant bees of large size and aggressive nature. These bees build large nests in tall, ancient trees away from predators and human activity. The honey they produce, the extract, is highly valued for its unique properties and medicinal properties. The process of harvesting honey begins with the smoke to drive the bees out of the hive, a process that is done very carefully to avoid angering the bees. Once the bees are subdued, the farmers carefully cut open the hive to collect the precious honey and bee larvae. The honey is collected in large baskets and containers, which are then carefully lowered into the ground using ropes. This process can take several hours, and farmers have to work quickly to avoid any accidents. In many mountain communities, the collection of wild honey is not only a source of livelihood, but also a cultural tradition passed down through generations. The economic value of this honey is very high and increases every year on the international market, thus making it an important source of income for highland communities. So, do you know what the most expensive honey in the world is? In 2021, Centauri was recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the most expensive honey in the world. The price of regular Centauri honey is many times higher than other high-end honey, at $10,800 per kilogram. The special type, Emerald, can cost up to $1.1 million per kilogram and takes up to 15 years to harvest. You know, the process of harvesting Centauri honey is one of the reasons why it is so expensive. Because Centauri beehives grow in caves with high cliffs up to 3,000 meters above sea level and 50 kilometers away from residential areas. Each year, only 15 kilograms of Centauri honey is harvested to ensure the brand value and preserve this rare bee breed. One of the more popular but still more expensive types of honey is Manuka honey. This honey is produced by bees that pollinate the flowers of the Manuka tea tree in New Zealand and Australia. This honey is dark, rich, and considered to be beneficial to health. A 230-gram jar of Manuka honey once sold for nearly $5,000 during the camellia season. In addition to honey, farmers also harvest royal jelly, which is equally expensive. Royal jelly is a nutritious substance produced by worker bees to feed the queen bee and its developing larvae. The production process involves culturing queen bee larval cells. Royal jelly production in a cultured environment is a sustainable and controlled method of production outside of traditional beehives. In this method, the culture medium is designed to mimic the conditions inside a beehive, providing the nutrients and environment necessary for worker bees to produce royal jelly. This medium typically contains sugars, proteins, vitamins, and other essential nutrients that stimulate the hypopharyngeal glands of bees. This process not only increases royal jelly production, but also reduces the reliance on large bee populations, making it a more efficient and scalable method.
Legend has it that Egyptian Queen Cleopatra often used donkey milk to bathe to maintain her beauty. Thousands of years ago, people discovered the wonderful uses of this milk. Today, donkey milk is considered the most expensive milk in the world, more than any other luxury milk. So why is donkey milk so expensive? We invite you to join us in today's video to learn about the process of harvesting this expensive type of milk. Why is donkey milk so expensive? Donkey milk is rich in antioxidants, which help increase immunity in the human body. Donkey milk has also been found to be beneficial for deadly diseases like cancer. This type of milk is also very useful for overweight people, and people who cannot drink milk due to lactose allergy can also drink donkey milk easily. Donkey milk is one of the most expensive milks in the world. Each gallon can easily cost over $200 in the US. Why is this nutritious milk not mass-produced like cow's milk? Because donkey milk is relatively rare and difficult to obtain in large quantities. Donkeys produce much less milk than cows or goats, making milk scarce and driving up prices. Since a donkey only produces about half a liter of milk per day, donkey milk is considered a special commodity. In addition, the process of milking donkeys and processing milk is very time-consuming and labor-intensive. Due to these factors, the cost of producing donkey milk is relatively high, leading to higher prices for consumers. What's more, donkey milk has been used in cosmetics and skincare products for centuries, which also contributes to its cost. Because of the donkey's size and temperament, milk harvesting is often done by hand milking by workers. Donkeys can get angry and refuse to stand still, so milking requires at least 2 people, one person working and one person standing next to the donkey to rub its body to make it feel more comfortable. Due to limited quantity and expensive harvesting and processing processes, the price of donkey milk is much more expensive than other types of milk. Since donkey milk is rare and expensive, it's no surprise that it is used to make the most expensive cheese in the world, hule. With a crumbly white texture, donkey milk cheese has a flavor similar to Spanish manchego. It can cost anywhere from $600 to $1,000 per pound. Donkey milk is expensive, but poulet is many times more expensive. In fact, only about 100 donkeys in the Balkan wastelands are milked to make poulet, and it takes 25 liters of milk to make just 1 kilogram of cheese. Enjoying a piece of cheese from donkey milk is not easy for most people with average economic status. Therefore, goat milk products mainly focus on potential high-end consumer markets. This partly confirms the position of donkey milk in the general milk market. With the high cost, why don't people expand donkey farms to harvest milk? That's because raising donkeys has many potential risks, making livestock farms difficult to access. Each donkey can only produce about half a liter of milk per day, so a farm of about 100 donkeys can only provide about 50 liters of milk daily. The cost of hiring workers to take care of the donkeys is not a small amount, and raising donkeys from infancy to giving birth and harvesting milk is also an expensive process. Therefore, expanding donkey farms to harvest milk is a big challenge for farm owners. However, if you own a large area of land and have a passion for livestock, you can consider planning a donkey farm. Just learn and gain experience, and you will definitely succeed. We've just learned why donkey milk is so expensive. What do you think about today's video? Leave your comments below in the comment section.
¿Has visto alguna vez esta extraña raza de cerdo? Estos cerdos no se parecen en nada a muchos de sus otros homólogos, sino que tienen una lana gruesa idéntica a la de las ovejas, lo que nos hace pensar erróneamente que son descendientes de la oveja Dolly. Entonces, ¿qué tiene de especial esta raza de cerdo? Únase a nosotros hoy para explorar la granja que cría la especie de cerdo más rara del mundo. Esto es loco, ¿será esta la próxima generación de la oveja Dolly? Esta raza de cerdo llamada Mangalika es originaria de Hungría. Esta raza no solo tiene mucha grasa, sino que también tiene mucho pelo rizado, lo que le hace parecer una oveja. El pelaje puede ser negro o rojo, pero lo más habitual es que sea amarillo. En la década de 1990 la raza de cerdo estaba casi extinta, pero la gente criaba esta raza para obtener carne y grasa. Las explotaciones ganaderas se distribuyen principalmente en algunos países europeos. Sin embargo, la expansión de esta raza porcina todavía tiene muchas limitaciones. Durante mucho tiempo, los cerdos mangalika no eran aptos para criar grandes cantidades en granjas industriales, debido a que crecen lentamente y tienen una tasa reproductiva baja. Rara vez dan a luz a más de 8 lechones durante la temporada de reproducción y les toma más de un año alcanzar el tamaño comercial. Por ello, las granjas al aire libre y la ganadería manual, a pequeña escala, son el entorno ideal para el desarrollo de esta raza porcina. Los cerdos mangalika prosperan en zonas boscosas con muchos robles, castaños o nogales negros, pero pueden crecer bien en casi cualquier entorno vegetal cuando se les complementa con cebada o trigo. También se pueden añadir verduras y patatas en sus comidas. En general, esta raza de cerdo se considera fácil de cuidar y adaptable a todas las condiciones de vida. Actualmente, esta rara raza de cerdo se cría principalmente en pequeñas granjas familiares. Cada gran escala tiene solo unas pocas docenas. Simplemente pastando en campos o jardines cercados, los cerdos mangalika pueden buscar comida y descansar libremente. También les gusta cavar en el suelo y tumbarse sobre él, como muchas otras razas de cerdo doméstico. Apta para la cría a pequeña escala, esta raza de cerdo es adecuada para su granja privada. Esta raza de cerdo puede alimentarse sola sin esperar a que tú la alimentes, por lo que podrás ahorrar mucho tiempo y dinero. Debido a su pelaje grueso y cuerpo graso, esta rara raza de cerdo puede adaptarse a las condiciones más duras. El pelaje similar al de una oveja ayuda a mantener el calor de manera efectiva, lo que lo diferencia de otras razas con menos pelo. Los cerdos mangalika son una de las especies de cerdo más gordos del mundo. En promedio, entre el 65 y el 70% de la canal es grasa, lo que la carne magra representa solo el 30% de la canal. Aunque rica en grasas, su carne es considerada una de las más sabrosas del mundo. La carne de cerdo mangalika tiene color rojo, un veteado blanco cremoso y contiene muchos ácidos grasos, omega 3 y antioxidantes naturales. Esto se debe a una dieta natural de forrajes, trigo, maíz y cebada. La manteca de cerdo mangalica es más ligera y se derrite a temperaturas más bajas que la manteca de cerdo de otras razas de cerdos. En Hungría, la mayor parte de la carne de cerdo mangalica se transforma en salchichas. Debido a su alto contenido de grasa, los productos de cerdo mangalica salados se pueden secar por más tiempo, lo que da como resultado un sabor más rico sin perder humedad. En España, los productores tradicionales de jamón descubrieron que los cerdos mangalica eran la opción ideal, haciendo famoso su jamón en todo el mundo. Las patas de cerdo mangalica se pueden almacenar hasta por 3 años y medio, conservando su textura húmeda y flexible, su color rojo intenso y profundo y su sabor complejo. Aunque los cerdos mangalica nunca se crearán en grandes cantidades, el precio es más alto que la otra raza de cerdos. Los chefs y gourmets de alto nivel están dispuestos a pagar más, por lo que muchos creen que la carne de cerdo con mejor sabor del mundo es esta que estamos hablando. El video de hoy termina aquí. Ojalá les traigamos un tema interesante. Ustedes, ¿cómo se sienten hoy? Por favor, comenta mucho a continuación para hacérnoslo saber y no olvides hacer clic en me gusta, compartir y suscribirte para apoyar al canal. Bangladesh es el hogar de muchas razas diferentes de ganado y sus cruces. Por lo general, en muchas granjas de este país se crían vacas gigantes. ¿Por qué se les llama vacas gigantes? Porque son enormes, 1.600 a 2.200 libras. Así que hoy exploremos esta granja de vacas gigante en Bangladesh. Explora la granja de vacas gigantes en Bangladesh. Lo que estás viendo son vacas gigantes criadas en granjas, no granjas modernas cerradas como pensamos. En su lugar hay un granero sencillo, pero típico de Bangladesh. Esta raza de ganado se caracteriza por una joroba pronunciada en los hombros y el cuello, cuernos a menudo curvados y orejas caídas, común con pelaje gris, algunos son de color rojo sólido. Quizá la característica más importante de la raza de ganado Brahman es su capacidad para adaptarse y prosperar en cualquier entorno. Se les conoce como una raza de ganado que puede maximizar el uso de alimentos de baja calidad y también es más resistente a la sequía que otras razas. Por lo tanto, es muy adecuado en ambientes secos y de alta temperatura como Bangladesh. No solo aportan una alta eficiencia económica, sino que estas vacas tienen un carácter amable, por lo que son fáciles de manejar en la granja. No hay necesidad de invertir demasiado en piensos para animales o en establos, donde a menudo se les alimenta con salvado de arroz o salvado en pollo para mezclado con agua hasta obtener una mezcla rica en grasas y proteínas. Con este tipo de alimento, las vacas tampoco necesitan beber agua con regularidad. Criar estas vacas gigantes también ayuda a los propietarios de granjas a ahorrar algunos costos. ¿Sabes por qué las razas de vacas gigantes están presentes en todo el mundo, pero sus granjas se encuentran principalmente en Bangladesh? De hecho, la mayoría de estas vacas son importadas de Estados Unidos e India. La gente los cría con fines cárnicos porque su gran tamaño corporal da como resultado una producción de carne muy alta. Además, esta raza de ganado es muy adecuada para la agricultura en Bangladesh debido a su buena tolerancia a la sequía, por lo que es muy popular. Por eso, tenemos la oportunidad de admirar granjas de vacas gigantes como esta. Los bangladesíes son principalmente musulmanes, por lo que no comen carne de cerdo, por lo que la carne de res es la principal carne que se consume en este país, junto con el pollo y el pescado. La industria ganadera aquí está muy desarrollada y aporta una fuerte estable de ingresos a los propietarios de explotaciones ganaderas. Las vacas también reciben cuidados especiales como masajes y relajación. Si el granero está cerrado, se les puede dejar salir al exterior para que operen durante el tiempo especificado. También se considera un régimen de bienestar de las vacas. ¿Ves algo especial en por qué en la finca hay principalmente toros, pero muy pocas hembras y terneros? Simplemente por el propósito de criar vacas para carne, los toros son mucho más grandes que las vacas. Su contenido de carne también es mayor, por lo que en lugar de criar vacas hembras, la gente da prioridad a los machos para optimizar la eficiencia reproductiva. Las vacas hembras se crían principalmente para reproducir terneros con fines de reproducción. En algunos festivales locales de Bangladesh, los toros más grandes, bellos y de pelo más liso también se exhiben o participan en sacrificios tradicionales. Se sabe que en la ceremonia de sacrificio cada año se matan miles de vacas para obtener carne y sacrificio. Esta es también la razón por la que aquí están tan desarrolladas las granjas de vacas. Como principal fuente de consumo de carne, la carne de vacuno se procesa y se vende en todos los mercados. La gente puede comprarlo fácilmente para cocinar para sus familias. El curry de ternera se considera un plato popular en Bangladesh, indispensable para invitar invitados, festivales y fiestas. Es una tradición típica de algunos países del sur de Asia. Estas vacas del mismo color que los pandas son las antiguas vacas de Galloway, en Escocia. Tienen una adaptabilidad sobresaliente en tierras ganaderas pobres y duras, pero la calidad de su carne es deliciosa y es el producto favorito de muchos comensales. Entonces, ¿cómo funcionan las granjas de carne de Galloway? Te invitamos a explorar con nosotros ahora. Explora la granja de carne de Galloway. El ganado Galloway actual es reconocido como la raza de ganado más antigua y pura de Gran Bretaña, ya que no se ha cruzado con otras razas para crear nuevos híbridos y se considera una raza relativamente rara en los Estados Unidos. Esta raza de ganado de aspecto distintivo se cría en muchas granjas de Escocia, Inglaterra, Estados Unidos y Canadá. En general, el ganado macho adulto de Galloway pesa entre 1.800 y 2.000 libras. Las vacas maduras tienen un peso promedio de entre 1.100 a 1.300 libras. El ganado de Galloway se puede adaptar a cualquier sistema de producción, ya sean granjas tradicionales de colinas o granjas de tierra bajas y granjas cerradas. Son maravillosamente adaptables. A diferencia de muchas otras razas, el ganado de Galloway puede alimentarse solo durante el invierno. Su crecimiento en estas condiciones hace que esta raza sea muy resistente a enfermedades y problemas genéticos. Con muchas ventajas en la industria ganadera, el ganado de Galloway se está expandiendo cada vez más en muchas otras áreas. Iniciar un negocio de una granja ganadera con vacas Galloway es muy fácil porque estos animales son muy fuertes y sanos y se adaptan bien al clima local. Esta raza de ganado se puede adaptar completamente al pastoreo al aire libre. Las personas pueden impedir que se muevan construyendo cercas a su alrededor. Esta valla también puede evitar que los depredadores se coman al ganado. El alimento principal de las vacas es la hierba verde. Pueden alimentarse solas en los campos de pastoreo sin tener que esperar a que la gente las alimente. Sin embargo, esta es una raza de carne, por lo que necesitan complementar su dieta con muchos cereales, o pueden agregar ensilaje para mejorar la calidad de la carne. Como muchos otros animales, las vacas de Galloway también necesitan abundante agua potable limpia y fresca todos los días. Por lo tanto, aunque pastan en pastizales, las personas siguen proporcionando agua limpia a los animales con regularidad. Actualmente, muchas granjas de vacunos de Galloway apuestan por una cría completamente natural con el objetivo de proporcionar una carne deliciosa, nutritiva y baja en grasas. Las vacas se crían de forma natural, se alimentan con pasto y sin cereales, lo que aporta una vida más saludable al rebaño y nos proporciona carne de vacuno de primera calidad, nutritiva y más saludable. No utilizar cereales y tener una cadena de suministro corta también ayuda a reducir las emisiones de carbono procedentes de los desechos del ganado, contribuyendo a la protección del medio ambiente y a un aire más limpio y saludable. La carne de Galloway es rica en ácido linoléico. El cuerpo humano no produce ácido linoleico y por ello debe incluirse en nuestra dieta. El ácido linoleico reduce el colesterol peligroso, previene la formación de coágulos sanguíneos y protege así las arterias coronarias. También hay buenos niveles de ácidos grasos esenciales como el omega 3 y el omega 6, ambos muy buenos para la salud. Galloway, una de las razas de ganado nativo más antigua y puras del mundo, es famosa por su resistencia y prospera en los paisajes de las tierras altas, donde se le considera un herbívoro de conservación. El video de hoy termina aquí. Ojalá les traigamos un tema interesante. Ustedes, ¿cómo se sienten hoy? Por favor, comenta mucho a continuación para hacérnoslo saber y no olvides hacer clic en me gusta, compartir y suscribirte para apoyar al canal. Ahora, adiós y nos vemos en los próximos videos.